Yes, yes. Here we are. Room 11, Sunset Motel, Cedarville, California. It's always kind of chaotic coming into a place and having to do your laundry, go get the power-up package, and kind of like spreading everything out makes it more confusing. However, I just want to show what's left. This was for a 7-day food inventory here. This is a hot breakfast mix with apples, dehydrated granola, oatmeal. These are for dinner. This is dehydrated peppers and tomatoes. 4 power bars left over. Half a bag of apricots. This is my beef jerky left over. 1 dried noodle dinner. There's some almonds and sun-dried tomatoes in here. Trail mix, tea, and some Parmesan cheese and an espresso. Instant espresso. This is what's left after 7 days, and I'm going to set out what food I sent to myself for the next 7 days, and then I'm going to take away from all of it and send stuff back. Okay, this is everything I sent myself in this medium-sized flat rate priority box. 8 dried noodle packages. This is beef jerky, which here is what's left. I'll probably send this away. These are dehydrated peppers and tomatoes. This is what's left. I'll keep both. This is like really old black licorice. I'm going to throw it away. The first one was really nasty. Here's the thing. This is almost exactly the same as what I started out with. This is coffee. This is what's left. I'll probably send this away. This is a treat for me at this motel. Bristling sardines in barbecue sauce. This is trail mix. And I can't tell if there's anything else in there. I thought I put some apricots in there. Okay, trail mix. This is what's left. I'll probably send this ahead. This is the oatmeal breakfast dehydrated apple mix. This is what's left. And because of my coffee routine, I'm probably not going to use any of it and send it ahead. This is a book which I have plenty of reading left in my book that I brought. This was one I forgot to mention that was in the original. The original what? The original food supply. And they're just really, it's really hard to eat. They're really full of flavor and kind of potent. So I sent myself 2 more. These I'm going to send ahead. I might even send this one ahead. And these are all individual snack items. 3 munchies, the jalapeno cheddar crackers. They were great. They're gone. We'll keep them. I ate 2 of those. I ate 2 of those. I ate one of these and I got the shits. It was nasty green shit that came out. I'm going to throw it away. Cliff bars and 7 power bars. What's left of the snack bars is only 4 power bars, which I'll probably send those 4 back. If all that makes sense, It does to me. With these dried noodle dinners, they're so light, I might just keep them all. I have one left. That's the deal with the food inventory. The Power Up package was pretty much all food. And it's a relief to know that I have plenty of it. Okay, this is a real brief inventory of the clothing. What was left over after 7 days: 2 pairs of socks, one a thicker variety. These are both nylon. They're all synthetic socks. This is a shorter, kind of a dress sock. One hanky was left over, and a pair of underwear. Okay, so what I washed, we've got 3 pairs of underwear, which I changed every 2 days. Got 3 pairs of socks, 4 pairs of socks, and these are like a long dress variety to keep me warm yet lightweight and thin. I'm also wearing a pair of the thicker variety. This was not washed, it wasn't used yet. These pants are zip-off, quite thin, kind of cargo pants, REI variety. I've got the bicycle padded pants. They're giant. I almost wish I had 2 because it started to get a little funky. 2 hankies were used so far. These short sleeve shirts, which this one is more of a spandex one, I changed every 3 days. The red spandex I wore today, and I have 2 long sleeve synthetic shirts. One is a little thicker, kind of like a fleece on the inside and a spandex on the outside. So the bottom line is these got used along with the pants. I also washed the hat. These did not get used. So what I'm thinking is I'll send away basically all of this and these socks that I'm wearing. I'll keep this just in case it gets cold. For my top layers, I've got 3 long sleeve, somewhat thin synthetic shirts, and last would be these are the ultralight frog togs, which I wore the jacket on the first day, which was just brutal cold. Okay, so that's the clothing. Okay, real quick on the bags that I'm carrying. I've got 2 Axiom 45 liter rear panniers, and these have seen close to 4,000, maybe more, miles of touring and you know, basic city urban life, grocery shopping, everyday use. Amazing. These are my front panniers, Delta brand, and they haven't seen as much use. Mostly they've gone through some city summer use, and this is the second touring trip that these have seen. Well, second and a half. Quite nice. One I wear on my back, it's a Nike mesh backpack that it's seen a lot of use, and actually a varmint nibbled through my tent and into this bag on a camping trip once. It holds a lot. Basically, I can hold up to 2.5 liters of water, my rain gear, and usually like an extra top layer, and my food for the day, gloves, and my earband. in the way of tools and maintenance, there's not a whole lot, but I've got 2 inner tubes. I've got the air pump, cleaning brush, rag. I've got WD-40, which I picked up on the way. Fix-A-Flat. This is chain lube, some zip ties. These are miscellaneous items. I think the most important would be the chain link puller. There's a multi-tool in there. There's a couple of extra chain links. There's a sidewall repair patch, some inner tube patch items, and there are cables, one for the front and one for the back. That's about it. Here's a couple of extra spokes, and I brought a recently acquired feather for some luck. For my water hydration items, this one is in my bag, my backpack, 2.5 liter platypus with a hydration tube. I just clip it onto one of the backpack straps. I have 2 extra 2 liter platypus containers. These are more of an oblong shape that fit and fill the rear panniers almost to the top. I have 1 extra 1 liter platypus container. This is used for collecting dirty water and squeezing it through my Sawyer, what do they call it? The Sawyer Mini. These are amazing. And just for some extra containers, these fit in my bottle holders on the bike. So that puts it at 2, 4, 6.5, 7.5, 8, maybe 9 liters that I could possibly carry. And I'm past the point of having to carry so much water. I'll be able to get it along the way the rest of the trip. One more thing is this is a cleaner. It's like a syringe. You put clean water in it and you blast the clean water in reverse through this filter. It blows out the dirt. This is my stove setup. This is an isopropyl stove here. Isopropyl alcohol. I brought more than enough, but I didn't want to run out. I didn't want to have to buy any. So I started with probably 35, 36 ounces. This is the filler that I used to fill this right here. That's the stove. This is a windbreak. This is my pot from an old Boy Scout setup. Spoon, lighter. And I put all that stuff in here. I've got my DeLorme Gazetteer maps, cutout pages from the states that sections of the states I'm traveling through. This is like a diary, calendar, phone numbers and such. The book I'm reading. This is a rear view mirror that fits on my glasses that I'm going to start wearing tomorrow because of the traffic. Toilet paper. These are my batteries. I've got 2 batteries for this camera that I'm using. Extra phone battery. I'm using the smartest phone in the world. It's a track phone. I've got a pocket camera. This ATC Mini. Extra batteries. And I've got extra cards for that. My tent, of course, that you've seen, the Nature Hike. It's an off-brand. It's been working quite well. Okay, this is going to sum up my massive inventory, but you know, I've traveled through a lot of open spaces that you can't get some of this stuff. So here it is. Hydrocortisone cream. I started out with something itching on my ankle. I brought that. This is toe stuff, tenactin. This is sunscreen, hand sanitizer, sort of a muscle ache reliever, chapstick, antiperspirant without the holder, toothpaste, toothbrush, a bar of soap, which is come in handy for just washing up and washing my clothes. This goes in my pot. It's a scrubber sponge. It's my coffee cup. Band-aids and earplugs. I used the earplugs last night for the cows. Another lighter. Here's my flashlight. Fingernail clippers. I'll clip tonight. A wide assortment of tablets. My razor. I'll shave tonight or tomorrow. A roll of floss. This is my pocket knife. It's a punch knife. Safe keeper. I go every day with it in my pocket. I brought an extra pair of glasses just in case mine broke. It would suck to be without vision out there. And baby powder. That's about it. There are a couple more things. This is my budget helmet I bought at a thrift store. This is my third touring trip with it. My sleeping pad, which fits right on the rack, and I have access to both bags without having to move the pad. My gloves, just some regular work gloves. Worn those a couple days. Today I wore it. It was cold with the wind in my face. And I've got these for my ankles.